to the Legends Unleashed tournament once again. And today the matches are between Boyko Esports and Lakshmi Cheat Fund. Lakshmi Cheat Fund on the blue side and Boyko Esports on the right on the red side. And today joining with me is none other than your favorite caster Jenny. So Jenny, how do you feel about this game?
Well, I feel great. Thank you so much for the warm introduction. Yeah, welcome back, guys, to another day of Legends Unleashed. And we have on the blue side, we have LCF, that's Lakshmi Chit Fund, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they have first first of all banned Julian like immediately. So I would like to ask you, is this a respect ban? Have you seen these guys playing against each other before? Or have you seen them performing in this tournament before?
Well, I have seen a match of Lakshmi Chit Fund.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have not watched Boyko Esports yet, so I don't really know how strong Boyko Esports are. But I guess this is the first match where I'll find out how good they are. So I hope they prove that they are very, very dominant team, very strong team to me in this first match, which I'm about to witness from them. And we
Yes.
see the Julian band coming in, and also along with that, we see the Zushin band. Of course, the Zushin is a very strong hero right now in this meta, so they have decided to ban out the Zushin. And what do you think will be the next ban here, Jenny?
Well, I'm anticipating maybe some assassin bands or tanks like or a Roger. You never know. I have not seen them playing before in this tournament, so it would be wrong of me to predict anything. But yeah, I agree. Jushin was and a good band because she got a lot of CC. The crowd control she can offer
Who
you.
said there are no
Okay,
shortcuts
Chip.
in life?
I wasn't
I
anticipating,
literally
but
invented
okay,
one.
isn't Chip the meta?
Chip is a very good meta hero because he can just teleport his teammates for a team fight, and it just provides more backup, and the team fights can be easily won if the Chip does his ultimate in a very right moment. So Chip can turn the tides for any team. That's why they have decided to ban the Chip, so that it won't be a team fight.
Yep,
They will not be able to win the
exactly.
team fight easily.
Definitely, definitely. You have a chip and you'll be like, why walk? We got shortcuts everywhere, all around the map. You know, he doesn't even have to roam with the team. He got vision on someone, he spots someone, he engages, and he can give you that shortcut to just come in and get him down. If he see you alone, you're dead. And again, I mentioned Roger, and the Roger in the goal lane this day is undefeated if you're really good with him. All right, so even in the early game I was playing yesterday, I was playing rank and I was playing tank, and the Roger was melting me right in the early game. So, given the fact that they are in the second pick, they are in the red side, I think it's a good decision to ban Roger. Which other ban are you expecting from the blue side?
Well, as we saw just now, the Roger and the Zushin ban and the Julian and the Chip, but I think right now they should be banning out the Ruby, I guess, because how strong Ruby is in both the lanes this season. Both the EXP and the gold lane, Ruby has been just dominating. So I think it will be a good ban if they try to ban out the Ruby. Okay, but we see that they have banned out the Xborg, and why do you think that is? Is it because they are trying to pick a Terizla here?
Yeah, the moment they banned Xborg, I was like, I see Terizla coming. But wait, there's another ban yet to be coming from the red side, and well, if they read them, since the Xborg is banned, they might actually ban the Terizla. I think that would be a wise decision, given the fact that they do have the first pick. But yeah, let's see. But I think they should be banning the Terizla. I am anticipating one. What about you?
Yeah, they might be banning the Terizla or the Ruby here, but it's taking a while for them to decide what they are trying to ban here. But let's see what they try to ban. Is it a Ruby or is it a Terizla here? Or are they going to ban out? Okay, that is a very wise ban actually. The Zask will be able to dominate the game easily and will be able to carry and snowball the whole game himself. So it's a wise ban to ban out the Zask. So I think it will be wise for them to pick out the Terizla right now before the enemy takes it because the Xborg has been banned already.
Mm, well, we can say that Terizla is open, but so is Valentina, so is Phobia, so is Consider, and we got an Aurora ban. Honestly, that came out as a surprise to me. I was not anticipating an Aurora first pick at all. I mean, we have Ling open, we have Hayabusa open, we have Hylos open, we have a lot of options. But then again, we also have the counters for those heroes. So maybe they are waiting for the right time, for the right moment. Let's see, what's your take on this Aurora first pick?
The hunt begins.
Aurora provides a ton of CC for the team, and that will be very useful during the team fight and the big skirmishes. And even while the fights are getting elongated, the team fights
I'm the
when it's
priestess
getting
of primal
elongated, the
lightning,
Aurora can
the
keep providing
hunter of
CC
all
for the
the
team,
evil gods.
So I think that is a good pick from the side of Lakshmi Chit Fund. And like we see the enemy team picking up the Ruby and the Edith, and both of them are just dominant in their lanes. So I think that's a very wise pick coming from the side of Boyko Esports.
Yeah, they do not care about the Terisla at all. I mean, they could read the opponents that they are going to pick the Terisla, given the fact that they have already banned X-Borg, but they were like, no, we're going to go for the Ruby and Edith. You can take your Terisla. We'll see what happens. And looks like yes, finally the Terisla is being picked. I'm thinking they're maybe going to go for, that Vayne Hyper.
picking.
Yes, he's good. He's got a lot of damage. He can one shot. But honestly, I was not anticipating that Vayne. Were you?
No, I was also not expecting the Bane pick right here, but the Bane can provide a lot of damage during team fights, especially with the deadly catch if it's connected well. And we can see that we can see that Lakshmi Chitfan have picked up heroes which have a very huge ultimate. They have a good area of effect, AOE skills, so it will be a very good team fight composition for the side of Lakshmi Chitfan. But how do you think the team of Boyko Esports will be thinking to counter these picks here? Because the enemy team has a very good AOE.
I didn't cure the pain.
Yeah, I expected
I
them to pick that
harnessed it.
Valentina to copy the Terizla's ultimate, and maybe this is the reason why they did not prioritize on the Terizla and they went for a Ruby to try and counter a lot of heroes. Ruby actually has the power to. And yep, looking at another band that's coming in, both of the teams are yet to pick marksman, yet to pick the goal lane. So which goal laners are you thinking it's gonna get banned?
Well, in the recent games, we have seen that Moskov and Harith have been, used by both the sides of, every team which has been playing in this tournament right now. So I think it might be a Moskov or a Harith ban, but right here we see a Carmilla ban coming up. Well, if they pick up the Carmilla as well, then during team fights, they will just snowball. The team composition of Lakshmi Chitfan is a team fight composition. So if you
Definitely.
pair up Carmilla with that, then the damage is just going to skyrocket and enemy will just snowball. So they have decided to ban the Carmilla here.
Yep. I was playing Carmilla yesterday when I was going 5-man rank, and not me actually, my friend, he got Carmilla as the hyper, and we picked a Hanabi, and that Carmilla Hanabi combo, the damage was like just too good. It was mind blowing. Just link them all, and then Hanabi skills goes dribbling. So yeah, Carmilla was a wise man, I have to say. Anyways, the link has been banned finally. Well, tell me this. When we are playing rank, in our day-to-day ranking thing, Ling is like first banned, okay? But here, I agree that there are counters. There's Saber, there is Kaja, but yet Ling was not prioritized before. What do you think is the reason behind this?
Well, I think it's because both of the enemy teams have, very good players, which, won't be able to, shut down with just one hero pick here. So they need a team fight strategy. So because of that, I think Link pick is not a good pick, to be picked up in the first place. So that's why they have decided to ban the Link later on, if the enemy decides to pick it. Especially because the Bane will be on retribution, so he won't have any blink skills to escape if the Bane, if the Ling tries to ult him and take out with his Tempest of Blades. So that's why maybe they have tried to ban the Ling here.
So basically, we have really versatile players here, but they do not want to risk out a Ling in the opponents and do not want to risk out taking Ling in the team as well. So just
to protect
let him
lives.
out. Let him go out. Okay. Hylos is
Yeah,
being
and
banned. Hylos is super OP these days as an EXP laner, as a hyper, as a tank. I mean, Hylos, why so versatile, bro? All right, Hylos ban, Harry ban, and we are yet to see a hyper from the red side, that is Team Boyko. I'm gonna ask you again for another prediction on what do you think is gonna be the hyper pick.
I guess the hyper pick will not be picked now. Maybe they'll try to go for the gold lane first. because the enemy already has the hyper.
Mhm.
So will they try to, take the goal lane first, or will they, give the enemy the opportunity to pick the goal lane first and then counter it with another pick? But I think it will be wise to take up the goal lane first because it will be more comfortable. And yup, as we see, they have decided to pick up the Claude here because the enemy doesn't has dash skills, so that's why Claude will be able to land his blazing duet more perfectly. And especially if it's paired up with a sprint, then the enemy will just not be able to escape. And this Bane will just be walking and walking, but he will not be able to escape the movement speed of Claude.
Yep. I do agree. I was anticipating a goal lane, but not really. Claude again, a Lolita and a Minsitar. Okay, this is gonna be devastating for that Lolita and Minsitar. No, they still need a goal lane, so I don't think they're gonna be going for the Minsitar. Moskov, I don't know. A Clint may be good. What do you think? I'm putting a lot of pressure on on you by making you predict. Did you expect the Moskov pick?
Yeah, actually, I expected a Moscow pick because if you look at the composition of Lakshmi Chit Fund, they have not picked any heroes with a lot of blink skills. So a blink hero is a must here. Otherwise, in the team fight, if somebody like if someone is able to catch, like suppose if you get caught with rubies, I'm offended, then the whole team will go down, right? So that's why they needed a hero with a blink skill. So they have went for the Moscow here. And this Lolita pick is also very wise here, because if enemy tries to go for a Lolita here as a roamer, then the deadly catch of Bane will bounce back, and that would be just getting killed. Like, Lakshmi Chitfan will be very annoyed with that. So that's why they have decided to pick the Lolita as well. And as we speak, I see that they have picked up the Hayabusa here, and Hayabusa is a very good pick here, especially because of his mobility. So is we are going to see a burst damage in team fight composition versus a very mobile enemy. So predict in the comment, guys, who is going to win this match. Let's see who is going to win. Is it LCF or is it going to be Boyko Esports?
Yeah, both teams do have a really good draft, but then, well, you never know. I think we'll have to see how synchronized they are, how good their communications are, and we'll come to that. Anyways, we are in the land of zone, guys. It's gonna be the first round between Lakshmi Tit Fun, that's LCF versus Boyko on the red side, and yep, nothing so far. Let me ask, Fredo. It's Fredo, right?
Yeah, it's Fredo. It's Fredo.
Okay, let me ask Fredo to predict one more time. Who do you think is gonna win?
Okay, okay, you're making me do a lot of predictions. I might feel like I'm an astrologer right now. But according to me, I think according to the composition, it can go either ways. If the mobility of the Hayabusa and the Claude is being utilized properly, then I don't think Lasmi Cheat Fund's composition, stands a chance here. But if the composition of Lolita and Terizla's CC skills land on the enemy well, then the team fight is just going towards the side of Lakshmi Cheat Fund. So it can go either ways. So I'm not really sure what to predict right now.
Yep. Honestly, I like that Hayabusa pick in the end. It was like, cherry on top of the icing. If they can pull it off, it's gonna really work out in the favor. Anyways, looks like a gank must be coming in the top lane. That's Lolita spotting on, that's Hayabusa without the name, and Sporta, as well as Cloud in the top lane. Buck one Mart. Okay, Sporta might be in trouble, but it's gonna disengage, and that's certified first blood by Hayabusa on Dylan. Well, I just mentioned cherry on top of the icing, and the cherry got a kill.
You're right about that. This Hayabusa has been able to pick out the Lolita easily, but actually, the Lolita, he just went too deep, right? He should not have went that deep inside the enemy territory right now, because as you know, under the 2 minutes mark, the enemy which goes in the enemy's jungle is going to take more damage. It's 30% more damage, which is not a joke. So that's why the Hayabusa was able to pick out the Lolita very easily in the early game.
Yeah, Lolita might as well be in trouble once again, but no, she used the power charge to just go away from them, from the turtle, and then the turtle Teddy being used of his ultimate, but then, ooh, that sneaky grand cap turtle bomb, and the kill on Ruby, a double kill on Hayabusa, while Moskov comes and secures the kill on Valentina, and the power charge by Lolita finishing that another kill. That was a massacre in the turtle lane, and they also secured the turtle. I have to say, a really good start, even though Dylan ended up giving them the first blood.
Yeah, you're right about that. Because even though Dylan gave them the first blood, but they were able to bounce back because their team fight, their composition is a very good team fight composition. So that's why they were able to bounce back.
Mhm.
And I will not be surprised if they keep winning the team fights because their composition is just too good for a team fight.
Yeah, honestly, so far so good. We'll have to see, guys, but it's not too late. You never know. We may see many surprises in the bottom lane. Boyko versus Error. Well, Boyko low HP is gonna have to disengage in the top lane. Power charge, I guess. I guess he just
I
power
just
charge,
hope,
but
I
then
just hope,
yep,
I just
yep.
hope this Dylan doesn't get caught out again because he was just going too far away from his teammates.
Yeah, I guess he's just trying to give vision, and sometimes he just gets caught up while trying to give vision. Oh, that's a million bucks coming in, but wood that CC from Sport just makes Dylan fail miserably, and the kill has been secured on Dylan once again, like you mentioned.
Feeling bad for Dylan right now. Okay, feeling bad for Dylan right now, but okay, he has just sacrificed himself for the team. Okay, and as we speak, we can see a fight going on in the EXP lane. It's Boyko versus Error, and Boyko will be, going back and recalling because he's just so low right now. And Terisla's tankiness versus Edith's damage, and we see that Terisla's tankiness has won against Edith's damage. And the next turtle is just coming up in 5 seconds, and let's see what happens right now.
Yep, yeah, you're gonna have to wait. Okay, Dylan taking in a lot of damage, but he's back using a power charge to try and give vision. But he's gonna have to keep Hayabusa away from them. No power charge as of now, even block. I don't see it coming, and the turtle has been secured by Hayabusa this time. Boyko manages to secure the second turtle, and there has been no massacre at all. But Sporta, I guess, yeah, looking for an I'm offended, but not yet. That was a good penalty got incoming, and Aurora manages to take the kill on the Bane coming in, taking Ruby out of the scene. But one more manages to escape. Hayabusa in a very bad position, and there you go. Why would you do that?
And that was a very foolish move from the side of Hayabusa, actually. Oh, that was a very nice Spear of Misery landing onto the Claude, and Moscow will be able to take out the Claude easily with that Spear of Misery. Okay, and as we speak, we see the mid lane turret tier 1 also being taken down, and this Moskov has just been dominating, man. And this Moskov pit has been able to counter the Claude easily so far.
Yep. Look at his goal. He's got a highest goal in 5 minutes, and well, this is not a good thing if your opponent's marksman is farming up in the early game. He's got 3 kills as well in the bottom lane. Boyko versus Error versus Teddy, and Boyko manages to escape. I don't know for how long because Dylan is on his way. This power charge, he stunned Boyko, deleted almost. He will be going down, I suppose, and there you go. Oh, meanwhile, in the top lane, shut down on Moscow by Hayabusa, who is ready trying to defend the lane, but Sporta and Bakwan are not giving up on the turret. No minions, and they're gonna have to disengage.
Yeah, there's some very nice things happening in both the lanes right now, and both the towers are alive. But who? Let's see which tower you know stays up for longer. And in the top lane, I see they are trying to push, but okay, they will just disengage there. And the turtle is coming up right now, and both the teams are getting ready for the next turtle.
Yep. Well, the turtle is like the first turtle was taken by LCF, and the second turtle by Boyko. Let's see who's gonna get the third. That's Teddy over here. The turtle already, and there's Boyko, there's Sporta, and the Vision. Daniel, Numinant Blast being wasted, totally wasted, and the turtle has been secured by Hayabusa. Okay, the wasn't giving the penalties on both of them, but Wilsat can be able to escape. Nope, that's not gonna happen. Well. Who do you think? I asked you the question. Who was on your mind?
Well, I think in my mind, I think I have that the Hayabusa has been dominating with his retribution right now. And that's all I have been wondering about because this Hayabusa has been pulling off 2 retri and 2 turtle steals from the Bane. And Bane has not just been able to be good with his retri right now. So I think the Bane is getting far behind in the terms of gold, and his team is still in the goal lead, but he has not been able to secure the turtle. So it's not a good for the team.
Yeah. Now they have taken their objectives. Now they did lose the second turtle, but look at the turrets, look at the goal difference and everything. They do have their objectives taken. They're also leading with the kills. So have to say Boyko's gotta do some work and trying to make better, maybe better ganks, better rotation, maybe faster decision making, coming more communication. I don't know, but it isn't too late.
Yeah, it isn't too late because yeah, it isn't too late. But if it gets late, right, the Bane will scale up. The Bane is a late game hero, and his basic attacks will hurt you like hell. And as we speak, we can see Dylan being caught out again while trying to give his team. I feel really bad for Dylan at this moment. He just keeps getting caught out alone, and Bane will
Yeah.
use the catch to defend the mid lane tower.
Yeah, well, I guess he's struggling a little bit in sustainability here while trying to give vision. He goes to give vision, he gets caught up, and he gets deleted. Okay, another one getting deleted over here, and that will be heated. Well, error taking Boyka down. Well, the Lord is here in 10 seconds. Are you expecting to see a Lord dance real soon, or do you think they're gonna wait for the perfect moment?
I think they should be taking down the Lord easily right now because the enemy team will be busy, clearing their lanes and farming and all that. So I think it will be easy Lord. Yeah, as I
Yep.
say, they easy Lord.
That
I would
definitely
like
was
to
an
ask.
easy lord, and Sporta, that was a nice one, nice offended, but no one was there to back him up, and he got deleted instead. Sporta, not a really good time to get deleted. They also had Lord. Well, it's just the first lot. It's gonna be defended pretty easily, but they will be losing turrets.
Yeah, and while you were covering that team fight, Hayabusa was able to pick out the Moskov alone, and the Moskov will also go down during the team fight. So okay, the Lord is marching in the mid lane, and I think they will try to get at least one inhibitor from that. I think they should try to do that right now. But okay, I would like to ask our streamer Nexus to show the builds and emblems on the screen once for the viewers.
Okay, meanwhile the Lord is marching in the mid lane. Moscow's gonna use up his spear, and there you go, Sandwell going straight on Boyko. Disengaged. Forward us, is running for his life, but Bane not gonna. Hey man, look at that. He was too far away, and yet he did not manage to escape. Well, like I said, they did lose turret. The Lord is defended, and I just noticed that the goal difference between Claude and Moscow has been going down. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Boycott again deleted. He just managed to escape very close just now, and then he goes down again while Hayabusa just uses up his shadow to run away. They are trying to actually pressurize and go and take in the basics of now look at that damage, and there you go. That was unexpected. I had no idea that they were gonna end then and there, like full push. They
Well,
were like, yeah, they didn't even want to wait.
yeah. The turret damage coming from Bane, did you just see? It was beyond 1K. Like look at the damage turret damage from Bane. Can you show us the turret damage from Bane? Look at the turret damage from Bane. That's just insane.
70%.
27K. 27K turret damage coming in from that Bane. So it's just too deadly for the turrets, this Bane. So that's why they have decided to pick up the Bane. Now I understand it. So I think guys, you should start playing Bane in ranks more so that you can push and win easily. Okay,
Yeah.
now we'll wait for the next game. Bye bye, guys. Stay on the stream.
Oi,
Who is it?
what the fuck, Jenny? You leveled up.
Oh my god.
Okay, so okay,
The
give us the
hunt
countdown.
begins.
Jenny, you go this time.
You're doing great.
We all saw what happened in the first game, massacre. All right, Lakshmi Chit Fun, they almost massacred the other team, that's Boyko. Well,
Who said
I
there are
hope
no
we're gonna see some
shortcuts in life?
surprises.
I
And when I talk
literally
about
invented
surprises,
one.
actually, Team Boyko manages to get ship in the first pick. Once again, I'm gonna be casting this round with my fellow
I see
caster,
lots of
Fredo.
prey.
Well, Fredo, they have
As
traded
fleeting as a
chip
snowflake
for Roger.
breath,
What's your take on this?
as timeless as a glacier's
Well, just like the
heart.
last time, I think this time the Boyko Esports is
I am the
trying to
priestess of primal
pick up the
lightning,
team fight
the
heroes
hunter of
maybe
all the evil
because they saw
gods.
the team fight heroes working well for the side of LCF in the last game. So
Mhm.
maybe that's why they have decided to go for the chip this time, and they will go for a team fight composition. I guess that's what they're thinking.
I agree. I agree. Well, we saw in the last match. You have good initiators. You have AOE. You have burst. You're gonna win the gangs. You're gonna massacre the opponents in almost every gangs. Anyways, we have Edith once again. Although they did not manage to win with Edith, they're not making too many changes in the draft, I suppose. And Moskov has been snatched this time. Well, I can't really use the word snatched because they have already decided to go Roger goal lane. So they're not gonna be opting for the Moscow once more. Anyways, they again, well, Lakshmi, Chitfan, LCF has again
I will protect
prioritized
you.
an Aurora. We
Your
saw
team is
Aurora
banned.
did come in handy in the last match as well. They're also again going in for the Lolita, the Numinant Blast. Well, Lolita was funny in the last match. I'm not gonna lie. Dylan was funny. He got caught up, but in the end, again, did come in handy with the reflection mainly. So, Fredo, what's your take on this draft so far?
So far, the draft has been go. I think it is a very good draft from the side of LCF again. But I won't, try to deny the draft from the side of Boyko Esports also because they have also done a very good draft. And this Moskov, if he's able to get those nice Spear of Misery and his blink skills properly, then he will be able to turn the team fights for his team as well. So we cannot deny that the side of Boyko Esports is also going with a very good draft. But it all depends on the next two heroes which they pick. If the chip will be utilized, in a very good manner, or will chips all to be wasted? It all depends on the next two picks. So I think we cannot comment yet about it, and we will be, waiting for the next two picks to find out if their composition will be really good with this chip.
Well, Chip is the kind of hero that if you do not make proper use of the skills, he won't be really coming in handy most of the time, right? Again, Hylos is being banned. We all know how versatile Hylos is in this current meta, so makes sense. Ling is banned as well. So talking about hyper options, in the last match we saw Bane hyper, and what was the other hyper, Fredo?
The other hyper was Hayabusa, and Hayabusa was able to steal the turtle two times, but
Yeah.
Bane was able to just push his way to victory. So it's either going to be a good turtle steal or going to be a good push. So let's see what they are going to think of doing this time. And as we speak, we can see that the Hylos has been banned, the Luo has been banned, and the Ling has been banned yet again. So the Luo ban is coming up. Maybe they were thinking of a diversion play, which might happen and affect the team fights, because of which they have decided to give up the ban the Louis and the
Okay.
Hayabusa up because of the turtle steals. Maybe they respect the turtle steals coming up, so that's why they've decided to ban the Hayabusa as well.
Okay, but they did not ban Bane. They did not ban Bane. Well, Hayabusa he's got the mobility, so obviously when it's come to a retribution fight between Bane and Hayabusa, when even the others are there for backup, Hayabusa has got more chances. Marty's hyper is gonna rock in the early game, I suppose. But okay, talking about the mage, we're not sure yet. But don't you think that banning Hayabusa didn't really make much of a sense, because I feel like they were gonna pick Bane anyway. They're not making too much changes in the draft. They're going for their comfort picks once again.
Hope will find a way.
You're right about
Even
that.
when
They
all
have
is
let
forlorn.
the side of LCF do whatever they want with their draft, because they have picked up all the comfortable heroes, and along with that, an addition of the Argus and the Roger will be very deadly because of the damage and the final slash coming in from that Arlot. So it's a very good draft from the side of LCF, and on the side of Boyko Esports, we see the Vexana and the Martis will be picked up. So they are both counter heroes of each other, the Martis and the Vexana. So they'll be picking up the Vexana so that they will not be able to counter the Martis, I guess. And as we speak, we are going into the land of Dawn.
Well. We are almost there. We are almost there. And it's very important for Team Boyko to win this time, guys. We all saw in the last match, it was not really hard for Team LCF, but the score is 1-0. And this is best of 3. So if Boyko does not manage to win this round, they're going to have to go home.
Welcome to MOBA
Yeah, I think the Boyko Esports have to put up a good fight this time, or else LCF will take the trophy home from this match. And that's why we have to sit here and stick to our seats and watch this interesting match, because I think Boyko will be giving a good fight to the enemy team this time.
Yep. I'm also expecting that, and they better do. It's important for them to win this round so that we can create a best of 3, and the last one will be the deciding match. Meanwhile, Roger in the goal lane versus Moskov in the mid lane. We can see Raw and Sadkin. Just a cold war between Raw, Sadkin, Dylan, and who is Peter in the top lane. There's a skirmish going on between Sanreal and Buck1 Mars. Alright. Well, in the early game, Roger actually deals a lot of damage, but both of them right now are just neck to neck, and Roger might be in trouble. Sanreal, he's got Buck1 Mars got backup from Raw, but Sanreal manages to escape. Why was there no stun yet? Okay, he doesn't have his second skill, I guess.
He doesn't have his second skill ready yet, so I think he was not able to do the stun there. But Sanreal could have been caught out if he was not careful there, because 2 members versus 1, so he would have been able to caught out. And we see some nice macro plays coming up from the Moskov. He's trying to pause the lane and not let Roger take his gold. He's just trying to delay his goal, and Sanreal is very low, so he should be recalling, or maybe is he waiting to take the goal there. And we see an engage coming in from the side of Lolita, and I hope this Lolita does not get caught out again.
Well, you prayed for that. Anyways, Raw, they have the vision. Both teams have the vision on them. Buck and Mart low in HP, and as is Sanreal. This can be interesting, but seems like both the team has decided to disengage. Mainly, I guess that's because the turtle is in the other lane where Martis is. Okay, in the bottom lane, we can see Boyko versus Error, and Martis is just, maybe he's trying to camp there, or maybe just is getting ready for the turtle.
He's getting ready for the turtle, and both the teams are getting ready for the turtle right now, and I think we will see a turtle fight, and I think Moskov will come to the team fight with the use of his spear of misery, and it will come in handy for the team fight.
Definitely, definitely. Dylan must not get caught up again. Oh, this time it's gonna be Raw. Actually, he's been dealt a lot of damage, but he will be disengaging. Meanwhile, it's gonna be a turtle fight. Boyko a little bit low in HP. They have Arrow, they have Teddy, they have Peter on the backup. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's gonna be a tank fight, and that turtle has been secured by Martis, and he also got a first blood on Error. Did you notice while both the teams were fighting for the turtle, these two tanks, the Raw and Dylan, were busy with their own business in the mid lane?
Yeah, you are right about that. I was thinking that's very funny because your whole as a tank you should be supporting your team, but both of them just trying to test out their own skills there in the mid lane. That was very funny to watch actually.
Well, anyways, it's a shortcut been given by Chip, but well, no casualties as of now. I mean, maybe they were like, we are so bored of taking care of you guys. You do you in the turtle. Let us have fun in the Midland. And then guess what? Nothing happened. Both of them were low in HP, and both of them recalled in the bushes.
Dylan is checking the bush again, and will he get caught out this time? Maybe he will. Yes, and Marty secures the kill on Dylan, and his Lolita will go down again. Okay, Dylan, I hope you recover from this, bro. I just pray for you, man. And okay, as we speak, we see something happening in the EXP lane. Okay, the Edith has just denied a minion to the Arlot, which is his EXP minion, so he will lose out on some EXP there.
Yup. Well, Raw was just camping. Maybe they're trying to take on that Arlot, but that's not gonna happen. Meanwhile, nothing much happening in the map so far. They're just doing their own thing, trying to farm up, but Gang might be farming up there, trying to cook something in the top lane, trying to gang that Moscow Bakwan Merd. But in the bottom lane, we can see a full dive in the turret. Inside, Error might be in trouble, and there you go, there is no going back. And that's killing spree by Martis. That's a pushback on Dylan. And well, in the top lane, I guess they got another kill, did they?
Yeah, they got it. No, they did not get a kill in the top lane, but the Moskov recalled, I guess. Oh no,
Okay.
he just left right there.
Uh-oh.
And Roger will be pushing, and the Martis will be taking out the turtle easily here. And just when I was thinking that the Martis has to, level up his game, because in the late game, the Bane will be, more dominant with his basic attacks, the Martis and his teammates decided to turret dive and take out those two members. It was a very nice move from the side of Boyko Esports.
Yeah. Well, that's Raw taking in alone on Aurora, and Bakwan might be in trouble. That reflection, and look at the damage that was being dealt to Bakwan. You will have to disengage, otherwise Teddy is coming for you. Teddy is coming for you. Oh, that pushback, and Teddy, I guess he'll probably give up, but no, he's coming for Sadkin now. He's coming for Raw. Error might be in trouble. We need that shortcut. We need that shortcut. We need that teleport. And Teddy, instead, too much of a chase. Dylan will be escaping this one.
Yeah, Dylan is lucky to escape this one, but for that, Teddy will have to go down. And I see Teddy on a KD of 120, which is not a good news for the team. This Martis has just been dominating the entire map with a KD of 402. And will Roger be chasing it down? And Roger will take down the Moskov. And as we speak, we can see Raw trying to chase down and help his teammate, but it's too late, man. Chip is just too late to provide the support for this Moskov.
Yep, that chase was like pretty obvious. He's got a Lycan Pound, he's gonna come for you. Anyway, Chip, that was a very unnecessary dive, and he ended up dying. Sunreal got himself deleted, actually, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a very nice Spear of Misery. If it would have connected onto the Aurora there, but okay, the Spear of Misery hit the Arlot, and he will still give some vision on the map for the team. And as we speak, we can see Edith trying to do something on the red buff of the Bane. But will they go for the red buff of the Bane, or will they just, sit back and do nothing there? Okay, the Martis and Edith are surrounded by 4 members. The Martis and Edith are surrounded by 4 members, okay? But they will back off and they will try to get the turtle instead of that.
Yup, actually, they gave Chip gave them the shortcut, and oh, they're back in action. It's gonna be 2 versus 4 situation, but Vaxana is also in the party. Monster kill by Martis is going for more, but the reflection has just ended, and they're gonna be disengaging, and it's gonna be a free turtle since Error is out of the scene, of course, and they're not in a position to come and fight for the turtle. Meanwhile, they have also taken the bottom lane turret. Yep, nothing much. Well, the match has just gotten interesting because I have the feeling that we're gonna be able to see all the 3 matches.
Yeah, Boyko esports have really been dominating, and they have to end it fast because otherwise the Bane's level up will be more than the Martis, and it will, just cause problems for them later on. So this Bane has to be ended. The game has to be ended before this Bane can do anything. So they have to make it really fast, and Martis has to, make quick rotations and take those team fights really well, and make his team win the team fight so that they can end it and win this game, and we'll be witnessing the next game as well.
Well. I think we'll know when the Lord Downs happens. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we might see more ganks and errors being caught up, but no, it's too tanky. It's too tanky as of now. Boyko securing. Okay, he's not gonna be able to take that turret down, but Opain has already used up his. Okay. Numinant Blast being wasted. Raw, he's being so sustainable, but there it's gonna be too late. He wasn't welcome so far, but Boyko manages to escape yet, and that's Sachin for backup. Wow. In the top lane again, Bakwan Mart trying to push. Martis is just camping in the bushes. Oh, he engages. Will he be able to take Dylan down? No, not today, not right now. Meanwhile, Bakwan Mart versus Sanu in the top lane. Who's gonna be winning this? Lycan Pounce, I suppose. Oh no! Whoa, he didn't even go in, and none of them actually got deleted.
Yeah, that was a very nice, 1v1 happening in the top lane with this Moskov and Roger, and it was a very nice 1v1 to watch. And the Spear of Misery caught was hit on to that Roger, but Roger will be able to escape because his teammate came for backup, or else he would have died there with the Spear of Misery. Lucky him. But as we speak, we can see some engage happening in the bot lane side. They are trying to push the tower, and because the Lord is coming up in the opposite side, so I think they will try to, bait the teammates to come and try to defend the bot lane tower while the Hyper takes the Lord.
Yep. The problem here is that, okay, Chip might be going down. That's Raw being deleted instantly by all of them, but then he actually get the shortcut. Will Martis be able to take them all down? That's the first kill. That's a double kill. Okay, the passive came in, and he's still going in for Peter. There you go. Gonna be a triple kill on Bane, and that's gonna be a Maniac, I suppose, but he gives up. He doesn't want to go in.
Oh my god, could have been a Maniac, and will it be a Maniac? No, but they will try to take down the bot lane tower.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, this Martis is just going nuts in the lane right now. Levi has actually entered the land of Dawn, I guess. This Levi is unstoppable.
Definitely no Maniac, but we got the legendary, and we also got the free Lord. And this is gonna be hard. I mean, they have all their turrets standing. They have a pretty high goal lead, 10,000 goal lead. So, well, what do you think? What's gonna help the other team?
Let's look at this Moscow's farm right now. He's at 8.2k.
Yep. He's 8.2k, and Roger's standing on 6,000, while they're Hyper standing on 5,000. Moscow's gonna be unstoppable very soon. And look at Martis. He's got 1102 KDA undefeated in this match. Martis the bulletproof.
The bulletproof, the unkillable. They have, they have two guns in the enemies, the Bane's gun and the Rogers gun, but both of their guns are not able to, kill this Martis down. The Martis is bulletproof.
Yep. Well, the Lord's marching in the bottom lane, guys, and Moscow already dealing a lot of damage with the Lycan Pounce, I suppose, dealt a lot of damage to Bakwan Mart as well. Their tower diving in. They're going in for Dylan. First off, tank out. Martis thought maybe he can go inside a little bit, but then he changed of decision. He comes back. They are marking that turret. Look at Moscow going straight for the turret, and that's it. Victory. Score goes to Boyko, and the score is 1-all. This just got 100 times more interesting. We'll be able to see the third round, and the third match is actually going to be a tiebreaker.
That's a very nice match coming in from the side of Voico Esports. That was a very nice bounce back from the loss which they just had, and this Martis was just unstoppable. And Martis, the ultimates and the everything, and the chase down on the back line, it was just insane to watch. And this Martis deserves the MVP of 11.7, which he got just now, and will be coming back for the next game very soon.
And good
I
evening,
am more
everyone.
than
And
a
this is
weapon.
the most exciting game number three in this best of three series between Team LCF now, this time on the blue side, versus Team Boyko on the red side. And this match is the match point for either teams, the very intense tiebreaker. And this is me, your caster Sarah, alongside Fredo. Fredo, what do you think about the current situation of the draft?
I think the draft has been really important for both the teams because both the teams have, taken the games because of the drafts right now. So because of that, I think the better draft will again win this game. So let's see what they decide to ban and,
Your team is
do with their
banned.
draft this time.
Absolutely, and we can see that Team LCF has actually gone ahead with the
Who said there are
Julian
no
ban, and
shortcuts
now
in
your
life?
Jin.
I
So
literally
no
invented
more of
one.
that intense magic damage and the teleports
Butterfly
coming
is
in by
born by
other
thy
team.
wish,
Meanwhile,
Is
Team
banned.
Boyko
guided
has
by
seemed to
lantern
ban
flight.
out on that Terizla as well as the Jushin. I do believe they are looking for that Edith pick once again, as they have been doing in the previous two games. Now, for the third ban, though, coming in from the side of Team LCF, what do you think it could be? Would it be a standard assassin ban? Because I do not believe that Team LCF has used an assassin jungler properly, at least in any of their previous games.
Yeah, you're right about that. They have not yet picked an assassin jungler, and they went with the Bane jungler twice right now, and they lost in one of them. So, what do you say? Will Teddy be picking up the Bane again, or will he try to, pick some other hero this time? Because the Martis just shut down that Bane so easily.
I do believe the
Hope
Bane
will
would
find a
be a
way,
pretty
Your
good
team
pick
even when
is
all's
considering
banned.
it is
forlorn.
one of Teddy's best played heroes, and they could just ban out the Martyrs in the second phase of the ban unless it is already locked in by Team Boyko in the first phase itself. But then again, Team Boyko here would be looking forward towards a just ban, preferably, or even the Roger, or a certain kind of an EXP laner, such as the Arlord or Edith, as we could see in the previous games.
Yeah, the Arlot and the Idiot were very good picks in the last game as well. Both of them played out very good during the team fights, but the Arlot was unfortunately a little less impactful than the Idiot. But
The
as we speak, we
hunt
can see the last ban coming in,
begins.
and it is a
Your
Ruby
team
ban
is
from the side of Boyko Esports. Yes, the Ruby is a very meta hero right now and
Light me
dominating
up
both the
and
lanes,
watch the
or
world
sometimes even roam
burn!
rarely. But the Ruby ban is a very nice ban here. And in the first game they banned out the X-Borg, but this time the X-Borg is open and they have decided to pick up the X-Borg this time.
I see lots of
And oh my God, they have
burn!
just picked the Zask. Did they just let the Zask go into the hands of Boyko Esports? Oh my God.
Yeah, but that is a very, very strong and confident draft coming in by the side of Team Boyko with the Roger as well as Shas being picked up. And the Xbox is also a very strong pick by the side of Team LCF. But then again, Roger and Shas have a much higher late game potential. What do you think would be Team LCF's second and third picks? I do believe they are going to lock in on that Bane once again, considering that
Where
he
there is
was picked up in
light,
the previous
there
games. And
are
oh,
also
who is Peter
shadows.
locks in onto that lily? So we are going to see that teleport once again. And as we were
Welcome, my
talking about it,
guest. Your
that
team is
Bane
banned.
has been picked up.
I am the
They
priestess
just
of
love this
primal
Bane, right?
lightning,
They
Your
don't
team
even
the
want to
hunter
let
of
this
all
hero
the
go to
evil
the enemy team
gods.
or get banned or anything. They just love this Bane. But do you think this Bane will be enough to stop the menacing
I
damage
am
of this Zask?
vengeance
Because I think for a
incarnate.
Zask, I think a pick like a Nolan or a Burst hero, something like that will be better instead of this Bane, which is coming from the backline slowly as a fighter. I think Assassin pick would have been better here. But do you think this Bane will work against the Zask?
It's difficult to say because it is going to be all up to the user's execution, if you know what I mean. But considering the crowd control coming in by
I
that
will
Edith
protect
as
you.
well,
Your
she could just
team is
flicker and knock
banning.
up that Bane and cancel out his skills. But looking at the second phase bans though, it's the Lolita and the Moskov. Team Boyko is not going to take any chances giving Sunreal on that Moscow because we saw how good those ultimate snipes were coming in the first game, which in fact got Team LCF the big win.
Yeah, this Moscow was supposed to be banned. It was very useful for the side of LCF in the last game. And the Lolita has been banned, of course. Dylan will not be picking up his Lolita in this game, and they won't let enemy team pick it either
Team is
because
banned.
the yin yang overturn can be overturned by the Lolita, and as well as the deadly catch coming from Bane can also be bounced back with that shield. So that's why they will be banning the Lolita out. And the team of of Boyko has decided to ban the Carmilla because it's a very good team fight composition from the side of LCF again. So if they pick up the Carmilla, then they will just win the team, keep winning the team fights. So that's why they have decided to ban out the Carmilla.
Well said, Fredo. Well said. The Lolita was in fact very justified, man, considering that it did not work out for them as well in the previous games as we saw. In the Carmilla too, no more bloody curses in the team fights, which
Magic
means
is
that the
my
damage would
life.
not be
Your
spreading out
team
to
is
any of
picking.
the members of Team LCF. And meanwhile, they have gone ahead with the Herrick ban.
Let
And
them
that
play the
is
hero.
pretty
Your
I
amazing
will
team
be
is
the truth
considering
this world
that it
desperately
is actually a
needs.
Yuzhong that has been picked up by the side of Team Boyko. Do you think they're gonna go ahead with the Yuzhong on the jungle because he does have that retribution spell?
And if they try to, go for a Yuzong jungle, I think it's going to fire back pretty bad because, the Yuzong has to land on his skills and his passive and, they make up those stacks on the enemies. But the Bane does not care about that. He will just keep on doing his basic attacks. So that's why I don't think Yuzong will be a good jungler here. But I think, what do you think about this, Sarah? I think the Moscow and Harith has been banned a lot in this tournament. So do you think Harith and Moscow are the meta of India right now?
Absolutely, I would agree with you
Mandala
on that
blossoms from the
opinion
withered
because
KHO.
Moskov, he
My
is just
mission
one of the
is to
best
protect
scaling
Your
lives.
marksmen
team
in
is
the goal
picking.
lane alongside Claude and Harriet. Just works out as a counter for both of those marksmen if he is playing on the Vengeance spell. And even if not on the Vengeance, he has way too much burst damage in the late game after he has picked up on the Stallion Skit and the Holy Crystal, which means that they're just gonna have to burst out those marksmen on that Harriet. But looking at the draft though at the moment, we can see that it's a Lunox in the goal lane. Very, very smart pick, I would say, considering that both the Edith, the Yuzhong, even the Jask would be easily melted off by Lunox's shred. And of course, there is the high loss of the revitalize and the glorious pathway for that extra front line. And completing the draft for the
Are
side
you
of
my
Team
next
Boyko would
conquest?
be the game winning Martyrs once again, along with an Edith in the room. So, of course, they did pick up on those heroes for specific reasons.
I think Teddy with his Bane will be looking to get revenge on the Levi Martis this time, and let's see if the Bane is able to win out in these battles this time. If they are able to, make these fights long and make Martis, waste his skills or something, then they will be able to win the team fights in the early game. But only time can tell us what we have to see in the land of dawn this time. And while we are saying this, we are going into the land of dawn. It's LCF versus Boyko Esports, and it's the final match, the decider of the Legends Unleashed tournament. Let's go.
Yep, and as you
Welcome to
mentioned it,
Mobile
we are back
Legends.
into the land of dawn. Game number 3
5 seconds
is
till the
all
enemy reaches the
set and
battlefield.
it has
Smash them.
started off. Team LCF is going to start off on their blue buff, while Team Boyko will be looking to take on their red buff first. And Edith, though, looking for a sneaky play, rotating on with that Roger towards the goal early on itself, probably trying to get a pick off on Sanriel before he manages to get his items.
Yeah, I think the Lunox would have, been easily able to dominate with his healing of the first skill on this Roger. So that's why they have decided to help the Roger and gain an advantage in the goal lane. And will he be able to pick out the Sandreal? But Sandreal somehow narrowly escapes death, and he will be alive to take those minions and scale up easily. Oh, as we speak, we can see some thing
Absolutely.
going on in the. Okay, it's
And a
an early
beautiful
kickoff.
first blood in the EXP lane would be secured by Error. That counter rotation by Hylos and Lily was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that was a very perfect rotation from the side of Dylan this time. Maybe he would have better, picked a Hylos in the early game and in earlier games as well. His Hylos is doing pretty good right now.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And look at that deadly catch coming in into the goal line as Teddy manages to secure a kill onto Edith. LCF seems on a roll. Once again, they have got that early green control this time.
Yeah, they have the Martis, but Martis has not done anything yet. I mean, it's about to be the 2 minutes mark very soon, but Martis has not picked up a kill yet. But the Bane already has a kill on his, on his tally, and Bane will be able to dominate this game with his deadly catch, picking out, the enemy in the bottom lane. And will Boyko go down this time? Yeah, Boyko will, not go down and instead pick up the Xbox this time, but taking a lot of damage in the process.
That was a 50-50 fight. Shask and Yuzhong in the top lane are gonna have to dodge out on that deadly cat, and a perfect dodge coming in by Yuzhong, but no, that missile damage by the Bane would be enough to take him down. Meanwhile, we can see that Marcus is already started on that turtle. Both junglers are at the exact same time. Glorious Path has been used to stun out on that Marcus. Marcus is very, very low, but he will be managing to secure that retribution. Rebirth Light has been popped off by the Hylos, and he will be the one surviving as Errors lasting insanity managed to secure that kill onto the Martis.
This Hylos is proving very useful for the side of LCF right now. This Hylos is, being able to, not let this Martis do anything much which he wants to do, which the Lolita could not do in the last game. And the pick-off which you just saw of Boyko, was it because of the bullet of the Bane or something like that? The damage which came on Boyko?
Yep, it was the first kill coming in by Bane, that extra damage from the first kill bullet. And here we can see that the Glorious Path has once again been used up in the mid lane. He is in a lot of danger. Primarach used up for that extra shield. He will be looking to try and escape, but no, Teddy has that farm and damage, and he will be securing the kill onto the Edith. But L with that shutdown along with side the Martyrs, but in the top lane, there was a perfect engage onto that Yuzhong by Era and Luowi, and that perfect sync and the 1 HP escape was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, the the Xborg with the shield is a very hard hero to kill, and he was able to escape thanks to his shield which he has. But while I say this, the Roger has taken some gold from the turret in the bot lane, and Edith will be able to provide him the vision so that he can escape and not catch dead this time to Sanreal.
Yep,
I think the Moscow has to do a lot.
Yes, there is a lot that the Martyrs could actually be doing, but considering that the members of Team LCF are pretty tanky, it's difficult for him, and Black Dragon form has been used up by that Yuzhong on top lane to try and escape from Luoi's gank. And that means it's a precious resource wasted before the turtle is actually up, and the passive from Yuzhong will be chunking down Hylos a lot. Edith with a very decent positioning, ready to catch anyone off guard. Glorious Pathway has been used up, though he was spotted out. Dylan Nandemunaya being chunked down, will have to back off. Dark Ultimate used up by Lunox, which means the Team LCF is at a bit of a loss of resources before the turtle has started up.
The turtle fight is going on, and as you can see, the Edith has knocked up the mage, but they will not be able to do anything, and the Bane will secure the turtle.
Yes, that Bane has been leading the retributions in this game left and right, but it is Boyko on that Yuzhong who managed to secure a kill onto Error this time. Louis using that ultimate would be caught up because that's a double, that yin yang overturn being used up by her, as the Shask will try to scout her out and actually manage to do that. But Louis will have to flicker out to escape from that situation. The Edith and the Roger would be trying a possible gank onto Lunox. The stun has been used up, light ultimate baited out, which means that there are not much resources on that Lunox to try and defend the turret, but no, she will be managed to do it successfully. Last ultimate also popped out in the mid lane, as the tier 1 would be secured by Team LCF.
Okay, they have not taken down the turret, but they will, be securing the kill on that Lunox there. And as we speak, we can see the Bane has completed his Sky Piercer, so maybe his damage will skyrocket even more right now. And will they be able to defend this lane? Boyko Esports, okay, they have taken down the Edith, and the Roger is also low as well, so I think they will be able to secure the tier 1 turret in the bot lane easily.
Yeah, there is a skirmish between Error and Boyko in the top lane. Error trying to hold on to that target with everything he's got. Retribution has been used up on who is Peter in the bottom lane. Revitalize is being used up to heal him up. But no, Martis is strong enough to take down that high loss. But I think he will be going down the turret, and he does. But the kill was also secured on that jog by Sunreal, Error, and Teddy on those three heroes, and they will be looking to take down the third kill as well as the top tier 1.
Yeah, I think for both the teams, I think the high loss for LCF and the Zask for the side of Boyko Esports have been, crucial key picks in this game. What do you say about that?
Yes, I agree with you. And here we can see that the tier 1 in the bottom lane was also secured by Roger, but looking at the top lane, the glorious pathway was used up by the Halos, lasting insanity to dive down under the turret onto Shaz and flicker light ultimate by the Lunox, but she will be caught out, and no, she will be going down to Boyko and eat it.
Yes, and Roger has been pushing in the bot lane and securing the tier 2 turret as well. And okay, as we speak, the Yuzong is engaging, but Yuzong will go down because of the damage of the Sky Piercer. But Mart is still going in, and Mart is securing the kill on that high loss as well as the Bane, and he will still keep going, or maybe he will back out right now. But the enemy mage is low, and Roger will see to take the kill. But okay, but Lu will survive to see another day, and they will be able to take down the mid lane turret with that.
Absolutely crazy gameplays. Both teams, none of them are just willing to give up. If Team LCF gets a turret, Team Boyko gets 2 kills. And if Team Boyko gets turrets, it's Team LCF who gets the kills in return. It is such a 50-50 situation in this match. And even the goal lead, it's a bare 200 to 300 in favor of Team LCF, which is basically nothing. Because 1 kill would be enough to suffice for that, the goal difference. And Boyko could get it up, and if the Martyrs gets a killing spree right now, he does have that Thunderbird and 34 stats on his Sky Piercer, which is actually far higher than what Teddy has on his Bane.
Yeah, the Sky Piercer stacks do matter in the team fights because the damage done is, increasing a lot per stack. So it will be very crucial during the team fights. But as we speak, we can see that the Edith is camping in the mid lane, providing vision for his team. And the Lord is about to come up in the next 10 seconds. And I think there will be a fight for the Lord this time. And the Bane is quite strong, so they must be confident to take down the Lord. But we see that the Edith is being chased down by 4 members, but they won't be able to chase him down that easily. And a diversion play coming in right now. In that bush, and I don't think the enemy team knows where they have went, but they do have an idea of where they may be.
No, that was an unsuccessful ultimate, but look at the glorious path being used up onto Valkymar under that turret. He's in a lot of danger, and he will just go down just like that. Nope, and a 4-minute petrify knockup coming in by the Dijon on the flight tractor from OSG Peter being burst out, but Teddy from the backline, perfect gank coming in by him as he managed to secure the triple kill, and just trying to recall in that burst, but will be spotted on by Error. Has to flicker out to save himself from the turret damage, but there's the high loss. He's gonna chase Jask all around the map. It's a horse versus an alien as Teddy manages to take that Lord all by himself. Glorious Pathway has been used upon that Jask, and that's the end of it.
The Zask will be punished for going outside of his, map's range and, entering the enemy territory there, because the horse is guarding that territory. And as we speak, the Bane has taken out the Lord easily because the enemy team had 4 members down. And another diversion play coming in from the Luo E, and Luo E will be looking to do something here, but she's alone. I don't think will be able to do anything much here.
Yes, the Luo E is actually lagging behind a bit considering how much of dive potential that Martis, Roger, as well as the Yuzhong have. They're gonna have to just jump on her and shut her down, which is exactly what they have been doing in this game. all members of Team LCF have a 2 death count, while the Yuzhong has a death count of 7, which looks unfortunate, but his petrified plays have been spot on. But this time we can see it's light on that Bane. He manages to secure the tier 2 in the mid lane, and the top turret inhibitor is also in danger as the glorious path been always been used up. Stun coming in onto that Edith Mars is trying to gain some ground, but no. The Team LCF will be forced to back off because the Lord has been taken down by the side of Team Boyko.
But I think because of the Bane, they will try to, end it right now with a push, but they don't have enough minions to do that. But in the process, they have taken out Roger and also Inhibitor turret, which is a successful, successful Lord, I should say, considering the side of LCF.
And the damage coming out by Bane's first skill is just absolutely insane, and the glorious pathway has been used up once again in the mid lane. That Bane is chunking down turrets left and right, like there is no break he is giving to the members of Team Boyko. That first skill burst damage, the boy is in angle, but again the unstoppable coming in for that Bane. Dedicat has been used up onto the base. The minions have been cleared out. With Trunken will not be safe that marches as the base crystal goes down to the hands of Team LCF as they manage to secure the spot in the lower bracket semi-finals, securing the score with a 2-1.
Damn, the Bane's turret damage is just insane, man. I mean, I'm just impressed by the way Teddy plays this Bane, and his push strategy is so good. He just takes down turrets like his minions.
Yes, and as you mentioned that it was a perfect game and coming in by the side of Team LCF. The next match will be between Eliminators and ZOHUNT. You do not want to miss this best of three, so stay tuned everyone. We're gonna get the teams on board for their match.
Go for it.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 2 between Team Eliminators and Team ZOHUNT on the red side. And this will be me, your caster Sarah, once again, alongside my co-caster Fredo. Fredo, please take the stage.
So, yo, guys, it's Fredo here again, your favorite caster, and I'm here to impress you with another game which we have between Eliminators and Zohan this time. And on the blue side, we have Eliminators, and on the red side, we have Team Zohan. We both know both the junglers of the team, Serar, Moon, and Loopsy guys are pretty good in the jungle role, and both of them have incredible skills. And the first ban coming up right now is the Harith, which is insane because Prime likes to play Harith on the goal lane, and the Harith will be taken out immediately by the Eliminators, respecting Prime. And Prime, I don't know what will he be thinking this time. Maybe he's feeling a little offended with this Harith ban.
And as we were talking just a few minutes ago, Fredo, while the match did not start, we were talking about how good Prime is on that Harriet. And look at that, the caster's curse is working perfectly because that Harriet has been banned out by Crisis at once. Meanwhile, it is Team Zohunt who actually banned out the Roger. So Crisis would not be able to play him in the goal lane again. And as we can see, the Ling respect ban coming in for the side of Zohan, the Loopsy on that lane is very, very scary. And once again, we can see that it is turn for Dusty Mizo to ban out a certain hero, probably the Jukshin or the Jas. And oh, I call it, it's actually the Jukshin ban coming in.
Yeah, the Zushin has to be banned because the menace which it is with this lantern is just insane, and you won't want any enemy to take up the Zushin. And I hope they will ban out the Zask as well, the team of Eliminators, so that they can, they won't face any problems in the team fights because of that Zask. But as we speak, we can see the ban happening right now, and I hope they ban the Hayabusa or maybe the Fanny. Maybe Loopsy guys will be targeted this time, or is it okay? It is the chip. Okay, so they will, ban the chip so that the team fights won't be dominated by the side of Zohunt. But as I speak, we can see Crazy Psycho on the screen trying to ban something. What do you expect the next ban to be, Sarah?
I do expect a Hayabusa ban or even the Shask would be a pretty justified ban. But oh, there is a Ruby open as well. So any of those picks could be banned out or a hero from those specific roles because we have seen how good each team is on all those roles. And yep, it is the Jazz ban coming from the side of Zohunt.
Okay, and the Zask has been banned, and the Terizla has been picked up by the side of Eliminators. And we all know how good this Terizla is in the EXP lane, dominating every hero which is in front of him. So I guess for the Terizla, I think they will try to pick a Arlot in the EXP lane, but the Ruby is open as well, so they might go for the Ruby as well. So what do you think, Sarah? Do you think they will be picking up the Ruby, or will they think of something else right now?
After that Aurora pick, I do think the Ruby would be absolutely perfect in the goal lane, considering how tanky she is and how much lifesteal she gets because of that Borax and her passive. And yes, Prime locks in on that Ruby. The Terizla though on the side of ET, Suzumi locking in on the Terizla in the first chance they got, which means that the Edict would still be left open for the side of Team Zohan to be picked up. And Dusty Mizo, he does have the Lapu Lapu in his hero pool as well. But coming back to Eliminators, Serar Moon would be looking for a possible jungle pick while Crisis has to pick up on a goal leader. But no, it will be the gimme on that Kufra. Fredo, your dreams have come true.
Yeah, if you all have been watching me, then you will surely know that I really wanted to watch Kimi on that Kufra, and so I'm finally getting to watch it. And I hope Kimi will be impressing me with his Kufra play again. And along with that, Serar Moon will be picking up the Hayabusa, and Hayabusa is a very good hero with his mobility and his shadows and the Oogie Shadow Kill, the final ultimate which he deals damage with. So I guess the Hayabusa and the Kufra are very, good picks for the side of Eliminators, and they will look to dominate with that Hayabusa in the jungle role.
Absolutely. And know what? This is a very, very
Your
smart draft coming in by
team
the
is
side of
banning.
ET. That Hayabusa was taken away by Loopsy, guys, and Kufra was instantly picked up. So that, even if Loopsy managed to pick up that Fanny, then Kufra would be there to counter him right away. But then again, you know what they say? A good Fanny is not countered by a Kufra. So we're going to have to wait and see what Team Zohan actually picks up in their jungle role. But this is the time for the ban phase, and Dusty Mizo would be looking to ban out on marksman, possibly that Nathan, which Crisis is so good at.
Yeah, they might be looking to ban out the Nathan or maybe a Moskov right now, or will they look to pick up the Moskov? And this Jawhead to say the ejector will be a problem for the Kufra
I
because if he
am
gets thrown into the tower
vengeance
while checking the
incarnate.
bushes, that will be a big problem for Kimi there. And like I said, Moskov has been banned.
Yes, well predicted. The Moscow was a very justified ban coming in by the side of Team Zohunt, and now it's actually ET's turn. They could easily ban out on that Edith as well as the Fanny, because those are the two very main heroes which a team Zohan likes to pick up, and ET would just take advantage of this double ban to take out those heroes from their pool.
Yeah, you're right about that. And I would really love to see what Loopsy guys will be playing this time because his heroes, Ling and
I am
Hayabusa,
the
have
priestess
been
of
both
primal
picked up
light,
and banned
the
right
hunter of
now. And
all
we
the
will
evil
see a
gods.
Edith ban coming in from the side of Eliminators. And Eliminators will look to ban that Edith so it will not be able to, cause any problems to the Terizla in the EXP lane. But what do you think will be the next ban from the side of Zohan this time?
Oh, we would be looking forward towards a mage ban, preferably the Valentina or even the Lilia. Bid is very good on that Lilia pick. So, considering that Team ET needs a mage, I do believe it's going to be a mage ban. But then again, they could completely target Crisis and take out another one of his heroes, as they did with the Moscow ban in the previous phase.
Yeah, his Moskov has been taken out, but
It
like
has
you
been
said, Nathan will
dispelled
still be
as I
open. But
see
just as I
it.
said, the Nathan has been banned. My goodness, this is a caster's curse for real. The Moskov and Nathan has both been
Light
banned, and I
me up
predicted
and
both of
watch
them as
your
well.
team is picking.
And man, I think this game is going to turn out the way, the way I speak. And the Xborg has been banned as well. Why do you think Why do you think the Xborg has been banned right now?
The Xbox in the EXP is, a very, very strong pick against that Terizla. So they just thought that, no, Dusty, we're not giving you that hero anymore. And they just took it out just like that, which means now Dusty would have to lock in on one of his signature heroes, preferably the Yuzhong or even the Lapu Lapu, as we mentioned just a while back. And he is actually hovering over that hero. Do you think he's gonna lock in on it?
Yeah, I think Lapu Lapu will be good here, but considering the Khufra right now, his bravest fighter might not be of a very big use right now.
I might not
So
be a
maybe, yeah,
lightning
like
man, but I
that. Just
do
like I
know my
said, he will not be
tricks.
thinking of picking up the Lapu Lapu and he will go for the Barats here. And the Barats is a very good team fight hero because of his ultimate, which just, eats a hero and vomits it out somewhere else. So that will be a very nice thing to watch and it will be a very funny thing to happen right now. But they have the side of ET has prioritized this Terizla pick a lot by banning out the Xborg and the Edith. But do you think prioritizing these two
Hope
bans
will
just for
find
a
a way,
Terizla is good
even
here?
when all is forlorn.
Absolutely, and they hear that Vixana has been picked up by Pid for the mid lane position. I would say that's a very justified pick,
I've
considering
been
she can
waiting for
just
too
taunt
long.
on that Jawhead once his ultimate is used up under that turret, and even the Ruby if she tries to flicker in and kill them. But do you think Zohan will be the one who go ahead with the Lilia pick? I do believe it's a pretty good pick, but no, they already have the mage, and the Loopsy guys would be looking in for one of his signature heroes, the Fanny or even the Joy. The Fanny here, slightly better than the Joy in my opinion, because Joy, he is situational, but no, he can actually go in for that Nolan as well.
Yeah, and or else there's Lancelot here because the Lancelot and the Nolan are very good heroes for him. And will he pick up the Benedetta? Oh man, he's just confusing us right now. But let's see what he locks on in three, two, one, and he locks in on that Nolan, which will look to snowball the early game and carry the game on his own. And Nolan is a pretty good pick here, don't you think? Considering that Vexana and Carry are, don't have such big dashes. Actually, the Carry even as well doesn't has a very big dash to escape the fracture coming in from that Nolan.
Yes, that carry on, especially because she is on that purify, it would be hard for her to escape out once the Nolan is on to her, and even the Vexana would be in danger. But now we are headed on towards the loading phase, everyone. Standard emblems and spells coming in by both the teams. Warcry on that Hayabusa just means extra damage. It would be really fun to watch. Which draft are you favoring? But we are here on to the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams are gonna fight it out. It's the first match of this best of three. Who would be the one taking an advantage into the second game?
I think the first game should go to the side of the side of ET, depending on the considering the draft which they have had in this game. But I won't count out the Nolan of Loopsy guys as well, because Loopsy can do so much on that Nolan because of his skills. So we are not ready to predict yet, but we will like to see a good gameplay coming in from the Hayabusa and the Nolan.
And even in the early game, as we speak, we can see the Kufra and Vexana camping out in the mid-river area, while the Jawhead and the Nolan are actually ganking the bottom lane. They want to try and secure a kill onto Crisis even before he can do anything. The Ruby, he is trying to freeze up that lane, but then again, it is Crisis. He did manage to get those last hits onto the minions. Mid area, it's Crazy Psycho versus Kimmy, and a Flicker Ejector coming in onto mid, and the first blood will be secured by Jawhead into that mid area.
That was a very nice gameplay coming in, and with that, the Vixana will go down in the mid lane, and that was a very nice flicker ejector coming in from the Jawhead. Man, I'm just loving this Jawhead's ejector right now, and I just hope Kimi can do the same for eliminators. I'm just waiting to see Kimi doing those jumps and taking down 3 or 4 enemies with his bouncing ball as well. And Kimi will be looking to charge in, but he will not jump in because they have the vision on him right now.
Yes, and look at Ruby though. He's literally cutting all the way down to the inhibitor in the bottom side. Price is taking advantage of that and cutting his lane, as well as both of these goal laners are gonna try a possible rotation onto that turtle. But look at those roam in the mid lane, just trying to get their level 4s, but Ruby and Jawhead doing a smart play. Crisis in a bit of a danger, but no, both will be backing off because Terizla, they are there into that turtle area. Serarmon using his Ogi Shadow kill onto that turtle. Penalty zone has been used up by Suzumi, but the ejector will be enough to take Hayabusa down. Eternalord managing to knock up 2 of them, but of no avail, as even after securing the turtle, Serarmon did go down in that fight.
Yeah, that was a turtle, but the Serarmoon, the Hyper, the jungler will go down. The Hayabusa will not be able to survive. But with that said, Loopsy guys has not been able to, take the turtle. So I think he will look to take the next turtle and will farm up. His team has been able to take 2 kills, but he doesn't have any kill participation yet. So I think Nolan has not been utilized to his max potential in the early game till now. But I think Loopsy guys will make a comeback and take 2 or 3 kills in the next few minutes.
Absolutely right, Fredo. Team ZOHUNT seems to be on a roll. Though the goal lead is not much in favor of Team ZOHUNT, it is actually Crisis from Eliminators who has the maximum farm right now. He's 400 gold ahead of everyone else. And looking at the map currently, Nolan is gonna try and take his buffs, farm up as much as possible so he can just, dive in, kill one with his scratch, and just walk out. Meanwhile, though, we can see a possible rotation towards the goal lane by Kufra, Vexana, as well as the Hayabusa, as Jawhead and Aurora are gonna get aware of that and try a rotation themselves.
Yeah, I just hope to see some fights in which Loopsy guys is involved, because he is the hyper, but he is not rotating towards the goal lane yet, and he's just continuing his farm in his jungle right now. But the turtle is coming up in 20 seconds, and I think he will look down to take the Terizla out. before the turtle can come up, so that they can have an advantage in the team fights.
Yes, and the turtle is now almost up in just a few 5 seconds. All members of Team ED are gonna look for a possible engage. Crazy Psycho using that ejector onto Bid. Once again, he will be taken down by Aurora and Jawhead. The penalty zone was used upon the Dusty Mizo, but of no use. Prime will be taken down by Crisis. Crisis trying to deal as much damage as possible. Purify baited out because of that fracture, and Dusty Mizo will be the one going down. Suzumi under the turret because of the ejector, and he will be going down as well. A pretty fair team fight coming in, but Crisis is on the lead as it was a 1-for-2 trade coming in by the side of Team Eliminators.
Eliminators have been losing the team fights too often right now, and they are going to get the turtle, maybe no, but they will lose out on the turtle as well. Loopsy is taking the turtle very easily, very comfortably, and Kimi will be taken out. Man, I hate to see this, but Kimi is not doing very well on his Khufra right now, and the side of Eliminators will be losing that Khufra. And these ejectors have been just too good in this game, don't you see?
Yes, and oh my god, the Jawhead pick was so underrated. Started by ABM in this tournament, continued with John Thompson in the previous matches, and now we can see even ZOHUNT picking up on that Jawhead. It's like he just came into the meta suddenly and became one of the better rooms in the current meta other than the other heroes available. And a possible engage onto the goal lane as the kill is secured onto Prime. A perfect Tyrant's Revenge coming in by Kimi, and look at that vision secured by Bid into that bush. He was aware of the danger there of the camp by Crazy Psycho and Lucy, and Suzumi managed to clear the mid lane meanwhile and will be walking back to his EXP to secure on that EXP.
Yes, what I do feel here is that they don't have a very good push hero, the side of ZOHUNT. They don't have a hero which can push very well. So I think it will be hard for them to take down the turrets.
Yes, you are right. And we can see that in the mid area though, there's a concealed play coming in by Crazy Psycho. That flicker pit ejector not working out. Bid managing to predict it this time, and the taunt was absolutely perfect and on time. Dusty Mizo trying to deal some damage, and the ram offended by Prime, not enough to secure the kill onto Bid. Kimi missing his jump, but Lucy will be managing to secure the kill onto Bid once again, and ejector onto onto Suzumi would secure the not secure the kill. Actually, it would be the Jawhead who goes down instead. Carry she is dealing damage already. Crisis is on a massive 202 KDA, and that was a pretty fair 1-for-2 fight in that river area.
Yeah, that was a very good fight and a very long fight actually. It lasted almost 10-20 seconds. So that was a very long fight coming from both the teams, but because of that, the Hayabusa will be able to take out the turtle and also the red buff as well. And that was a good comeback from the side of Eliminators. But Crazy Psycho missed out on that ejector, and will he be looking for ejector again? No. But the Hayabusa will look to target the Aurora, but Aurora will be able to escape easily because there was no stacks on him. But Crazy Psycho with his Jawhead will go down, and both the roamers will be taken down in the process of this.
Yes, the perfect 1-for-1 trade by both the teams. Win in bit of a danger as Ramon dives under the turret, but no, kill will not be secured. Aurora manages to survive that damage coming in by Hayabusa. I do believe that if we can see the items, Hayabusa does not have his Sky Piercer yet. That is why the Aurora survived. And looking at the map currently, we can see the lot is going to be up in just under a minute, while it is Team Eliminators who has managed to secure a 1k goal lead, and now there is a possible engage into the goal lane as Crazy Psycho and Luxia are gonna make that concealed play onto Crisis, but Purify has been popped out, and Kimi with that perfect jump and ultimate, but no, Luxi will manage to secure a kill onto Crisis for the first time.
Yeah, the carry has been been a hero which was a counter pick considering they have the barracks in the enemy team, but the carry was taken down just now by Loopsy guys, and they will look to push some turrets, but The fact is, they have not even taken out a single turret, and it's been 9 minutes already. I think the fact that they don't have a good push hero is starting to, affect them.
Yes, Prime is kind of underperforming on that hero. We can see a possible engage in the 4-man penalty zone coming in by Suzumi as Hayabusa will be the one taken down in that team fight. Crisis is absolutely melting Dusty like nothing. Even though the Daytona's welcome was used up perfectly, win in bit of danger, double kill secured by Crisis. Team Eliminators is relentless. Ejecta would be saving Prime at least for this team fight, but no, the flicker, I'm offended, missed, and that would be very, very precious resources wasted out by Prime. But look at Loopsy, he is there in that bush, and no one seems to be aware of his positioning. Bit tried to scout the mid area, but no, not enough. Crazy Psycho with that ultimate. Loopsy with the perfect kill secured on to Crisis. What a team fight by both these teams, and the Lord Dance will go in favor of Team ZOHUNT as Loopsy secures that Lord.
That was an Uno reverse coming from the side of ZOHUNT. Because even though there was a 4-man penalty zone, but they try and it almost seemed like the team of Eliminators won the team fight. But Loopsy was able to make a comeback and use a Uno reverse card and instead take down the Lord as well as get some push onto the lanes. That was just some insane play coming in from the side of ZOHUNT.
Absolutely, and look at Jawhead's positioning this time. He's going to stay in that bush, and the ejector would be used up onto Bid. Bid will be using his taunt, but to no avail. He was almost dead, but will manage to survive with 1 HP. The Lord is marching down on the top lane, but will be cleared very easily thanks to carry. Jawhead once again camping in bush to bush, like he's giving Team ET no break, and once again Team ZOHUNT is going to take down TO2 in the mid lane as there is a play coming in into the top lane. Zumi would be ejected by Jawhead, but it would be in favor of Team ET as the kills would be secured by Team ET, and the 2 kills and the penalty zone connecting onto all of them. Double kill secured by Loopsy, but Crisis on that redemption arc managing to secure a double kill, and he is still not done. He is chasing Prime and Dusty, but would finally be disengaging.
Damn, this game just feels so long, even though it has just been 11 minutes. And as we speak, we can see that the team fight went in favor of the Team Eliminators, and Crisis is actually making a comeback because he's just scaling up with his farm right now. And do you think Crisis will be able to take his team to victory this time?
He should be able to. That is an excellent gameplay coming in by Crisis. It's like it's Crisis versus Loopsy at the moment. Loopsy has the higher gold, Crisis has the higher melt potential. So it's all up to Crisis' positioning. If he positions well and dodges that fracture damage, he could actually melt out the Jawhead, the Ruby, and as well as the Barrettes, and that would just be a team that would be such a winning team fight for the side of Team Eliminators.
Yeah, and as you said that, I just see this Hayabusa on a KD of 0-6. The assassin has not been able to assassinate anyone yet, and Hayabusa is still at level 15 but not been able to get a single kill right now, and it's already 12 minutes into the game. This Hayabusa is proving to be a support, and as we speak, we can see that the Khufra is being charged down by 3 members right now, but Khufra will be able to escape and will be able to stun the Ruby. And the team fight, the ultimate of Vexana has been used, and the team fight is still going on, but we see nothing happening out of it, and they will be able to, back, and Dusty Mizo coming in with that Barrett's on the Suzumi with the Terizla, but nothing much happening out of it. That was a narrow escape for Kimi.
I would agree, but look at Lucy now. He's gonna try and split on towards the top lane, but no, he's gonna come right back at the Lord because Crisis is there to clear up those lanes. If Crisis is not at the Lord, which means it's a 5 versus 4 at the Lord. Teresa trying to melt Crazy Psycho, but the ejector has been used up and the penalty zone is onto the mid, catching almost all of them. Crisis managing to secure the kill, but it is Lucy who wins the retribution battle. He's gonna go all the way to the back line, trying to secure the kill onto Kimmy, Bid, as well as Crisis, but Crisis is relentless. He is chasing and killing spree for that marksman, killing 3 of them, and that was such a perfect engage and comeback coming in from Eliminators.
That was a very nice engage coming in from the side of Eliminators, and they won't lose a member in the team fight. and the Aurora is being chased down into the enemy territory, and I think the Aurora should be gone down by now, but Aurora still manages to survive, and I don't know what is happening right now. Okay, this Aurora is just insane, man. Still surviving in the enemy territory between two towers. Will she kill the Vexana instead?
So she's just playing mind games with Kufra now. And she does have the damage, but look at that recall span coming in by both the teams. Kimmy missing his jump. And the good kill would actually be secured by Crisis this time. This is what happens when you let friends play against each other. Lucy trying a possible engage onto Hayabusa. Wookie Shadow Kill will be used up, and Immortality will be popped away for Luxi. Suzumi using the penalty zone onto 1%. Seramun chucked down very low, but will be backing off as Crisis is there to completely chase them all the way. Kill will be secured onto Dusty Mizo. Kimi's still chasing on to that Ruby. Luxi recalling to get his HP back, but they are fighting under the turret, and the Crisis is on unstoppable. Kimmy taking down the turret damage, but oh my god, Window Nature has been popped, and Luxi is dead, and Joyhead would be killed as well. What a team fight coming in by both these teams, but Aurora, she managed to secure a double kill under that turret itself.
Oh, there was a clutch play coming in from Aurora, but will Aurora survive? No, but the Hayabusa will take down the Aurora, and this might be the final push because the entire team of ZOHUNT has been wiped out. But the minions have come to rescue the base, and luckily they will survive because of the minions, and Dusty Mizo is also back to clear the lanes. Damn, that was so close. If the minions were not there, ZOHUNT would have, tasted defeat right now.
Absolutely. Team Zohan does seem to be trying their very, very best to clear up the lanes and mark out that Vixana and carry. But Christ is just so good with his positioning on a perfect KD of 10-3-4. That just shows how good he has been performing on that carry. Even Loopsy is unable to catch him down because of that Wind of Nature as well as the Purify just to help her escape.
Yeah. Prime has not been able to do much with his Ruby yet, actually, because even though Ruby is a very meta hero, and right now Ruby is able to dominate both the lanes, no matter who is in front of them. But the support coming in from Kimi will be able to make Crisis a very good goal laner with his carry right now, dominating Prime.
Absolutely, the front line by provided by Kimi and that turret damage juggle, it is so very good. Well done by Kimi. That Crisis has the advantage to just dish out that damage from his Trinity build, which means team eliminators get the advantage in the team fight. Meanwhile, though, for the side of Zohan, Barracks has not been able to tank that much, considering that the carry was melting him as well as Jawhead and even the Ruby. So it's a big disadvantage considering that they took a DHS marksman against a Ruby, which means that Ruby would be rendered kind of less useful because she would be melted just before a team fight.
Yes, and as we speak, we can see the Lords marching in towards the mid lane, and we can see penalty zone coming in on two members, and two members will be taken down into the team fight, and the ejector also coming in on the way, and Crisis will take down Barats like it's nothing, and the team fight coming in yet, and Crisis will take down another member, Prime going down in the team fight, and we will see that they are going to take down a triple kill, and we will miss out on that Maniac, but the team eliminators will take down the turret and win this match.
And oh my god, what a gameplay coming in by Eliminators. They are on their revenge arc this time. Zohan managed to take the win against Eliminators in the upper brackets, but this time Team Eliminators is relentless. They have managed to secure the game 1 and settle the score for a 1-0 in this best of 3. We would soon be back with game number 2. Everyone, do not go anywhere because this just got even more interesting.
And welcome back, viewers. We are right back into game two. I'm your caster, boy, and I am joined with Sarah on this caster's desk as we will be looking into game two with ET taking the lead in this best of three series with 1-0 up. And right now, it is Dusty Mizo and team who have the first pick. What do you think is going to be on the Cobra
I
bans?
see
Are we going to
lots
be
of
seeing a
prey.
Cobra
Your
ban, Sarah?
team is banning.
A Kufra ban would be very, very justified considering how well Kimmy played in the previous game, but instead they have decided to go in for Roger in the first ban itself, which means the Team ET could now actually ban out that Ling, Haya, or Fanny once again, or even the Jas, Juxin, or even the Terizla or Edith, as well as I don't think they would be banning out the Ruby so easily because Prime wasn't that good, and they would instead be looking for a Harriet ban as they did in the previous game.
And there is that because despite
Still
getting the
waters
ruby
run
in
deep.
the
Your
first pick,
team is
like
banning.
eliminators got really crazy with the amount of farm that carry had got, and they were just able to, it was really a tough game for that ruby. I
Absolutely. And as we were saying that the Ling has been banned out by the side of Team Eliminators once again. They're not going to let Loopsy pick up his comfort heroes so that he can
Butterfly is
dominate just
born
like
by thy
that.
Your
And it was
wish,
team
Team
is banning.
Zohunt
guided
who
by
actually banned
lantern's
out the
light.
Juxian this time.
And right now that Zujin has been taken out. You have the soul lantern, the soul flare, those soul snares have been taken off the map. So, now both teams can afford to take a few more melee picks because Zujin is an absolute
Magic
nightmare,
is
not just
my
for melee
life.
heroes, but
Your
even
team
marksmen's
is
because you
banning.
have to use your blink skills just to escape. And if you're playing marksmen's like Nathan or Clint, I think it's basically over for you.
Yes, absolutely. And as we mentioned before, too, the Harith has been banned out by the side of Team Eliminators. They are not going to give Prime his Prime hero. And now Win would be looking for the third ban. Will they be banning out on a Jask or are they going to ban out that Terizla?
And I think I would like to see a Terizla ban because in that game, they have the first pick on them, so they can afford to keep the Zask.
Feed,
Because
Your
one of
destroy,
the
team
in the
is
last
banning.
the winning team was able to use a beautiful
Who
flicker
said there
penalty
are no
zone that was actually
shortcuts
able
in
to turn
life?
the game
I
around.
literally
But
invented
instead they
one.
have opted to take out a Zask, and Eliminators has responded with a chip ban. And Dusty Mizo
Your team is
instantly, zero hesitation, picks up that blacksmith, the Terizla, the demonic hammer, insta lock, and I would like to see a lot of great, you know, sets for us casters and the viewers to enjoy.
Yes, yes, and oh my god, it is
light me
Destiny
up
so
and
on
watch the
that
world
Terizla.
burn.
But ET is smarter this time. They did pick out on that Xbox. Probably Sarah Armon going in on the jungle, and Crisis is
Your
the one who
team is
picks up
picking.
that ruby for the goal lane. It's gonna show Prime that, bro, I got this. Don't worry, I can ruby very well
No
as
one can
well.
take you from
And
me.
now it's time for Crazy Cycle and Wing to pick up whatever roam and mage they possibly can. Preferably the Aurora once again because Win was crazy good
As
with his
fleeting
ultimates
as a
and that
snowflake's
frosts coming
breath,
in the previous game.
as timeless as a
You
glacier's
are right
heart.
about that. Look, I mean, look at the amount of utility an Aurora is giving because like nowadays you are able to get damage on her really fast because of the revamp to that, the glowing wand. So she's able to melt down these front heroes like the Ruby and the Borg. The amount of slows is not something you should underestimate. People always think the hero, if it
はやぶさ
doesn't have CC,
参上
Your
if it doesn't have
team
hard
is
CC,
picking.
it's not a hero. But if you've dealt with any hero that is running inbuilt slows stacked with an Ice Queen wand and then getting hit by an MM who does corrosion sight, I think your character stops moving at one point.
And if you noticed, Team Zohan gave Loopsy his Hayabusa, so he finally got
Hope will
one of
find
his
a way,
comfort heroes
even when
in
all is
this match.
forlorn.
Bit though, he will be locking in on that Vexana again. This match would be relatively more difficult for Bid even after he was marked out so much in the previous game, considering there is a Terizla, Hayabusa, and even the Aurora with her flicker blades.
And right now you have this Vexana up, but she has to be careful because you mentioned Sarah, because you have Loopsy on the Hayabusa. He has the quad shadow to dive in from anywhere across the map and he can escape out. So this Vexana has to be really, really careful because each of the opponents that Dusty Mizo and that team Zohunt is locked
I
right now.
am
They
vengeance
have a lot of dive potential. They
incarnate.
have a lot of initiate potential. And meanwhile, Eliminators has taken out this Moscow. You do not want to see that Abyssal Spear marksman in this game because the amount of mobility that he allows, the amount of split push that you can do. Because we've seen how ABM's Radium was able to use the Moscow to really end the turrets completely and create so much lane pressure on the opposite side during Lords.
Always on the way. Your
Yes,
team
and
is
even
banning.
Tetsuya from LCF put that game-winning first game in the previous best of three, along with that Moskov itself. And Prime here, he is especially good at that hero, so Edie would be looking to target ban him as much as possible. And this time, it's the Matilda who has been banned out by the side of Team Zohan. They did
True love
predict that Kimmy would
is
go
like
Your
blood.
ahead
team is
for a
banning.
support role, but look at Team ET. Their bans are exactly the same as the first game. They are not taking any chances. They banned out on the Carmilla once again.
And that Carmilla has been taken out. You do not want to see that curse of blood because, like, we've seen how much damage this Carmilla does, and like nowadays, most like in tournament plays, Carmillas can't be that aggressive, so they stick with a flicker or a purify. But if it was a Carmilla on a vengeance with a 3 or 4 man curse of blood, you can say bye bye to your team in the late game because your team will just end up killing itself
For honor!
through the vengeance.
Yes,
Your team
but
is
coming in
picking.
from the side of Zoan, there's a Tigreal ban. Once again, Kimmy does have that Kufra open. Will he be locking in onto it? Because the Hayabusa, he is there. And even no matter what goal lane they
Your
pick out, the
team is
Kufra would
picking.
still be a very valid pick. And yeah, he does lock in onto him.
And Kimi has picked up one of his signature picks. It is the Khufra, and so far I am really liking the draft that Eliminators has brought to the table. They have a lot of frontline, they have a lot of sustain, they
Come
have a
on,
lot of roll
Dexter. It's our
potential. You
showtime.
have
Your
Let's
Vexana who
team
finish
can
is
dish
off
out a
what
lot
picking.
of
was
damage.
left
Meanwhile,
undone.
Crazy Psycho has picked up that Minotaur, the Minoan Fury, will enter the land of Dawn, and we shall see its might. But on the side of Zohunt, so let's see. So far, the draft is really holistic on both sides, but it is going to be Suzumi who is going to
I am not
decide
the only
with
one
his pick,
bound
and
by
it's the
these
Phoveus.
chains.
And I'm a little skeptical now because until now I was really rooting for Eliminator's draft. I'm not talking about the gameplay because I don't. We have to stay neutral as casters, but in terms of the draft, I was really excited for you know this draft from ET. But at the same time, they could show us something new because I have not played the revamped Phoveus for more than few games. So maybe we'll get to see something interesting.
Yes, the Phobius against the Terizla is a justified pick because considering that the Terizla makes a jump movement every time he uses his second skill, the Phobius would be getting a cooldown on his ultimate, which basically has no cooldown.
Welcome
But
to
then again,
Mobile Legends.
we are into the land of Dawn,
5 seconds
everyone.
till the
The
enemy
match
reaches
has
the
started.
battlefield.
Will
Smash them.
Zohunt come back and settle the score for a
All troops
tiebreaker, or
deployed.
will Eliminators clean sweep this and claim their redemption in the lower brackets and proceed towards the lower bracket semis? We're gonna find out in a few minutes. Maldu, who do you think in this match has the advantage?
Well, for me right now, I think it'll depend after the first turtle. Whichever team is going to get the first turtle is gonna get the advantage because both of these teams have a really decent early game, with probably eliminators having a little better because they are not so heavily reliant on their ultimates, because only Terizla is the one who can regularly stay in a fight without his ultimate. So that is one disadvantage that Zohant will have to deal with. But once they secure the first turtle, if Zohant secures the first turtle, they're gonna snowball like crazy. So let's see. So far, eliminators will have a better early game, but we never know. That's how ML works. And meanwhile, on top, we've seen this Kufra jumping on to Dusty Mizo, but he is able to escape safely because there's just not enough damage on either side right now.
Yes, both teams are going to play it safe. Look at Aurora just chunking down Bolt's Firaga armor, especially in the early game itself. I do believe after some magic defense is going to balance out, but Aurora is going to scale up just as much. And in the EXP lane, though, Borg is trying to gank on to Dusty Mizo. So look at Crazy Cycle. He's aware that Borg is there. He's not going to go into that bush. He's simply just standing there waiting for his team, but he made the mistake of going there. Aurora being caught out. Knockup was used on to 3 people, but no, he will be killed off. Hayabusa managing to secure the kill onto Kimi, and he will be backing off just after that. Seramon would be going down to that. Terizla first kill, a pretty fair trade by either team, I would say.
Exactly. You have traded your roamer and jungler for a roamer and an EXP. But this roamer, even though Loopsy is still alive, he will not be able to take this turtle without the support of his team. So overall, it's a fair trade, and it's going to be a very even turtle matchup. Meanwhile, on that side, Suzumi being an absolute menace, resetting that turtle so that Sarar Moon is back in time to have a contest. But Loopsy is one full level above him. Minion Fury used last insanity pop. They've driven on to Aurora. Her passive has been popped. But Seraman is without a shield, and Dusty Mizo picks up the scraps, securing a kill. He's right now on top of Bit, but Crisis has picked up the kill onto the mage. Meanwhile, Loopsy driving in left and right. The force has been used up by the Phobius, but there's just not enough damage right now, and both teams back away from this turtle. I thought they might have contested for it, but they choose to back away.
Yeah, then look at Suzumi. He's already on a 2-0 KDA. That's just how good the Phobius is against Terizla. But on the goal lane, though, Crisis seems to be farming up on those small creeps against Prime on that Claude. Prime will have to wait till he gets his demon on the spot before he starts to deal any damage. And in the turtle area, Kitty with that Tyrant's Raid, Saran would secure the kill onto Dusty. He would be going down before the turtle, which means that Crazy Psycho also in danger right under that turret and killing spree for Suzumi. And the turret would actually be secured by Bid, and none of the junglers managed to hit their red tree, which is so funny.
But despite that, it is I think it's Bid who has secured the turtle, right? If I'm not wrong, because he has that turtle buff on him, the Vixana.
Yeah, it was actually the Vexana who secured the turtle and not Xborg nor Hayabusa. Hayabusa tried his best, but no, the stunts and the slowdown was way too much for him to retribute properly. And in the mid area though, we can see that Bid and Kimi are just gonna camp, but now they're moving towards the goal lane. Prime, I do not think Prime is aware of the danger he is in. Ammo friend being used up onto Prime. Battle Mirror Air Mage has been used up. There's not gonna be any escape for 7 to 8 seconds. But the engage was actually on to the Crazy Psycho. Minion Fury was used up, but he died before it could even deal any kind of damage or knock up to the enemies. Crisis once again trying to stun Lasting Insanity just under the turret, and Prime would be taken down by eliminators.
And right now, mega kill has been picked up for this Xborg. Like, he had a slow start at the early because of a death, but now he's caught up and he surpassed Loopsy in the gold. They are now invading the buff. Eliminators is seeking to end this game as fast as possible, trying to pick up every single creep they can, removing as much farm from Loopsy as possible, trying to get as much of an advantage as they can. And right now, the 4 of them are marching into the mid lane. And look at Kufra. Look at Loopsy on the top, very sneakily picking up the red buff. And will he be able to recall in time? Yes, he does.
Yeah, and if we look at the goal difference, it's a whopping 3k under the 6 minute mark. Especially that's the highlight feature. That 6 minutes and it's a 3k goal lead for the side of Team Eliminators. This shows how much they prepared for this game. They wanted their revenge against Zohan from their match in the upper brackets, and Hayabusa is in danger here, but we will be managing to secure his blues safely, at least for now. And penalty zone locking that Kimmy inside the river area, but is he tanky enough to escape? He has been used up, and Hayabusa manages to secure the kill on Kimmy, but Suzumi with that mega kill onto Crazy Psycho. The Crisis with the flicker arm offended will secure the kill onto Dusty Mizo. Win also in danger here. Ramon chasing him down just under that turret. When both of them are low, so I do believe that it would be a disengage, but no. Yeah, Win will seem to escape unless Bait manages to do something. Taunt has been used up, and finally, Ramon manages to secure the kill onto. I do believe that Team ET is willing to end this match as fast as possible. They do not want to let the Hayabusa and Prime farm up, as it has been used up by the Phobius, and Kimi managing to secure the kill onto Lucy. He was unable to do absolutely anything in that fight, 3 versus 1. And look at Kimi's positioning. He is going to charge in the backline. That Tyrant's Raid is going to kill all of them. And the flicker jump by Kimi, the Tyrant's Revenge, but that Minoan Fury was the perfect counter, though Sir Ramon managed to secure a kill. He is on that monster kill for now, but then again Prime did manage to get a shutdown, so Team Zohan still has a chance to come back in this match.
And dude, I have to give credit to Suzumi on this Phobius, because I had my doubts, but all of them have been erased, and I'm eager to try out Phobius as soon as my casting is done, my exams are done. Because don't cast during exams, viewers. It's not the best thing to be doing, because you can see how dull my voice has. And Suzumi has been absolutely phenomenal on this Phobius, zoning out Loopsy whenever needed, pressing on to win, and doing a really great job harassing the backline of Zohunt. In fact, he's trying to hunt them down, and right now his KD of a 414 is highly impressive. But you know whose KDA is impressive? It is that Vexana. Look at Bid, man. He has not died once. I mentioned there's so many dive heroes, and this man has not died even once this game.
Yes, and that is just how well Kimi has been protecting Bid in this match. But then again, there's an engage with the 4-man Nanon Fury coming in by Crazy Psycho, but the lasting insanity will not be killing him. He escapes with 1 HP. Dusty got out in the middle of everyone, but Arm offended, managing to secure the kill onto them. Team Zohunt is on the back foot. They need to back off if they want to protect their inhibitor turrets, which will be recalling to gain HP back while Lord is marching down in the bottom lane. There, Badudo will be off a few minutes as ET here. They are charging down the mid lane. They're gonna have to secure that inhibitor turret. The shield has popped off, and they will be looking for an engage in the bottom side now.
This Ruby is trying to see. I feel like Crisis doesn't have his I'm offended, but I feel like I'm think the enemies are a little panicky right now, so they're not sure if he still has it. Meanwhile, the Tyrant's Rage being popped onto Dusty Mizo so that he cannot use his penalty zone. Meanwhile, OG Shadow being popped in the background. There is Bid trying to get some damage on, but there's just not enough damage from this Loopsy guys to do anything to the backline of the eliminators. But meanwhile, the front line has been absolutely devastated under the turret, and they fall. Meanwhile, Loopsy getting poked really low. Crisis has been able to sustain from this fight, but no longer, as he has run out of mana. That is one of the biggest fears as an EXP laner. the fact that you can sustain an entire match but you can't sustain your mana regen, and I think many Terizla and Esmeralda users have faced this problem.
Yep, and Team Zohan seems to be in a very dire situation as the goal lead rises up to a massive 6,000. They need to do something and shut down that Ruby and the Phobius. But with their current farm, I do believe it's going to be very, very difficult.
And look at that, that Lord is gonna be up in less than a minute. But the gold difference is very heavily leaning in the favor of Sararman, and Team Eliminators do have the turret advantage, they do have the lane pressure. Those minions are being set up for a steady push before the Lord spawns in. But you have Loopsy, who has been known to have a really on point retribution, but he is still 2 levels down, and Sararman is not any joke himself. So it'll be really tough. And meanwhile, there was an effort at a play, but I think it was just a bait trying to make, Dusty commit his penalty zone before a Lord. And it's 5 seconds to the Lord, and you see Zohunt slowly inching towards that Lord. Will they take it or will they just back off?
I do believe they will try to contest considering Dusty's position near that Lord area, but the Lord is already down to 50% of its HP and Zohan has to back off to defend their only standing inhibitor, which is also very, very low, and ET will be managing to secure that Lord just on time. This could be a game end if it is perfectly secured, but Lucy will be caught out in that offended. Shutdown will be secured by vengeance was used, but no, Lucian over engaged. He would be killed off by the lasting insanity. That's a 1-for-1 trade, but a one man down on the side of Zohan means that it would be very difficult to defend the team at the base crystal.
And the only lane clear they have right now is Aurora's regular skill set and Claude's blazing duet. So he has to be really careful when diving in. I feel like, look at that, as a flicker play in Win has, but a beautiful outplay by Win, who has used his flicker and the frigid glacier to lock Kimi under the turret, and he will fall to the turret damage. Last insanity pop by Saranman defensively, and I think that is a really, really well played moment by Wim, as he was able to secure the turret defense for his team with that beautiful frigid glacier flicker play. Absolutely baiting out Kimi under the turret. But look at that, those minions are marching in. They shouldn't be fighting for so long. Loopsy cannot decide should he join the fight or not. Prime is really low, but his Wind of Nature keeps him alive under the siege of Crisis, and Crisis falls for the second time in just 2 minutes.
Yes, and that's what happens when the Claude scales up. They still have a chance if Claude managed to position himself on the blazing duet. Damage falls onto their main damage dealers, the Ruby and the Vexana, who's sitting on a whopping 17 assists out of total 20 team kills. That just shows how well he has been playing in this game.
And regardless of if ET takes this home or not, if Zohunt is able to make a comeback, in my heart the MVP will be bid for this game, with just how well he is playing. Because Kimi has been spectacular, but he has overcommitted at a few moments, which were a little costly for them. But bid has been on point. In fact, both the mages have played absolutely perfectly.
I agree with you, and now the third lord of the game would be up. Oh, I do believe it's the second, but then again, when Dragon has been popped out by Minotaur as well as Suzumi, but Minotaur will be the one taken down. Rusty Weasel landing the pendant zone on the two people. Frost has been used up by Aurora, but no, two men down for the side of Eliminators. They need to wear dealing some damage onto that minions, but he will be caught out. Prime will have to run away. And legendary for Serrar Moon. Will ET look for the game end now? Because the minions are right under the base. The recall spams coming in. Hayabusa trying to do something, but no. This is game over for the side of Zohunt. ET with those recall downs right in their faces.
and I think that's a really tough way to go down because Zohunt has done such a great job. But eliminators will
Victory!
fulfill their namesake and eliminate Zohunt in this game. But look at that. I was right. Bid is the MVP with a KD of 11.2, 0, 0, and 21. Talk about the perfect support mage. He's even built a dire hit roam and made a warrior boots because the magic damage of Aurora never reached him. He just had to make the warrior boots. And look at him, he's only taken 8% damage. Have you seen such a low stat in a while on damage taken in any game?
And that too, even against a Claude, Hayabusa, and a Terizla, that was just see what how insane his positioning was in this game. Then again, well played by both teams. Team Eliminators found their redemption finally, and they will be moving forward to the lower bracket semifinals as they face Team LCF tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So stay tuned, everyone, and come back tomorrow for even more intense matches. This will be Sarah and Baldo signing off.